Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of NVTV. Today we are sitting down with Brian Graham from Dutros Ford Lincoln Nissan. How are you, Brian?
Fine, Katie. How you doing?
I'm doing really well.
Good.
So a lot of you, at some point in your life, you're going to have to go to a dealership and you're going to have to get a new car or a used car. Today we want to talk about the positive side of it. If you're going to a dealership, what should happen? What should a real quality dealership be giving you as an experience as a consumer? So Brian, if I am someone looking for a vehicle and I walk into a dealership, what would a good experience be like?
When you look at an experience, we really try to say, try to relax the experience. There's the old myth that it's a pressure. We really kind of come in with the thought that it's inviting. That's what we've tried to do as far as an experience before you get into the pricing of vehicles or looking for a vehicle. Try to relax the consumer.
Right, and like you said, I think a lot of people, when they think about going to a dealership, they think that salesman is going to follow them around and drive them crazy. So it's nice to hear that, especially Dutros and hopefully other people are following suit, that it's not that high pressure sales that people are used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So speaking of the salesman, so you walk onto the lot and you're dealing with a salesman. What should that experience be like?
Well, the most important thing is a meet and greet. You meet and you greet the customer, and you find out what their wants and needs are. And then most consumers today, everything is so internet-based. It's changed.
Right.
I've been in business for 34 years. So it used to be you had brochures, pamphlets. You didn't have the internet that we have today. Today's consumer really kind of knows what they want. They've done their research on the dealer. They've done their research on the product. Now it's just a matter of, do we have it, and what's it look like, and are there some other colors and options? Now it's a touch and feel experience for the consumer. So like I say, most people know what they want when they come in the store, and then it's a matter of presenting the product, showing the consumer the product, and then going from there.
So you talked a little bit about how the internet has become, making it easier for buyers. If a buyer is looking online for a vehicle, what do you suggest they look at when they're doing their research?
Well, one is the safety features
Definitely.
of the product, and then a lot of times most people start at the manufacturer's website, and everything is really a full disclosure. The pricing is there. Sometimes they have financing options for consumers if you go into that arm of the manufacturer's website. And then you come to our local website. All of our cars are priced competitively on the website, and what we have actually in stock. And so it's really all on the internet. Where it used to be in the newspaper, they would look that way, but you can search so many dealers and so many cars by the internet. That's what's happened in today's buyer's experience.
Yeah. One thing you touched on was researching the dealer. I don't think a lot of people know that you need to research the dealer to make sure you're going somewhere that really is going to give you the best experience. If somebody's looking for a dealership to go to, what do you think they should be looking for?
Well, one, is the dealership locally owned? I think that means, and is the product that you want locally? A lot of people, we may not have the vehicle on or in stock and in inventory, but we do dealer trades all the time. So we have the availability of searching other dealers' inventories. We have a couple other dealerships north of here up in Mansfield, so if it's a Ford product, we search our own inventory a lot. But more than likely, we have what the consumer needs here in inventory. But you really look at is the dealer, when I say locally owned and operated, that means a lot because money spent here stays here.
Right.
We're not shipping it out to another town, another state. We're not part of a conglomerate.
Right.
The stock market dealers, I call them. We're local. Mm-hmm. We put our money locally. We do benefits locally. So everything just stays local.
Right. You said you guys do benefits locally. What kind of things has Dutros done to give back to the community?
Well, we get into the Chamber of Commerce function, the Festival Trees, the Car Center. We supported the local fair. We do United Way, Red Cross. We get involved a lot at Christmas time with the Christmas tree out at the mall, mm-hmm. Buying kids gifts and do that. We get involved with some schools from time to time. So, you really try to get involved with the local activities. It's hard to reach them all. So we really try to, see where we want to put our money.
Yeah, and I think it's good, especially for consumers, to know that we have this beautiful dealership here, and we have, major dealerships like this, and it has this beautiful feel to it, but their money's also going back to the community. So, and that's a general theme with using local. Mm-hmm. So I think it's good for people to know, even if you are going to be coming here and just buying a brand new car, your money's still going to stay here locally.
That's correct.
So it's nice to hear that also about the auto industry too.
Sure.
Do you have any suggestions for people that are coming in to buy their first car?
Well, do your homework on the dealer. Is it a locally owned dealership? Is it when you go on the website, a lot of times in the manufacturer's websites, there's a lot of first-time buyer incentives for consumers to buy cars. Everything is so internet-based today. About anything you want to know or anything you want to find out about a dealer or about a car or a product, you can find it out on the internet. It is just so much. It's amazing. Consumers back when I got in business 35 years ago, you researched maybe 4 or 5 dealerships. Now it's down to like 1.8 dealerships that a consumer researches. And that is, are actually visits. So, and a lot of that has been taken care of because of the internet. Because, like I say, when you buy local, I think you got to look at buying local experience, because you do save money. I mean, the money stays locally, it stays in town. But if there's a service issue, sometimes you may have to go to an out-of-town dealer. It just depends on what the product is. Is that something you want to do, or do you want to bring it? If you buy local, we can take care of all your wants and needs at the local dealership. Mm-hmm. When you buy local.
Yeah.
When you look at used cars, and when you look at the reputation of a used car dealer or a new car dealer selling a used car, is the one thing we also do is we don't sell cars with rusted frames. And we put a lot of vehicles on the lift to make sure that there aren't. So that'd be one thing about buyer beware. I mean, how mm-hmm. well has the car been gone through a safety check? So
right.
we don't want those problems. So we take those vehicles in, but we take them to the auction to dispose of them.
Good. I think it's important to know that you're shopping at a dealership that's checking right. those things, so you're not right. getting home and all of a sudden, right. a few months later, you've got a major issue on your hands. So that's great to know. Well, thanks for sitting down with us today, Brian. I think we all can take something away from this the next time you go look at a car. So thank you for sitting down with us today. Thank you for the information. And everybody, we'll see you next week on NVTV.